Danny Gaselli, East Coast Radio.
How's that thing going in your day? You know that thing that earns you money, otherwise known as work? Let's be honest, every job comes with assumptions. So today, we want to talk about something specific. People think they know what you do all day, right? They have this crazy idea, but the reality is often very different. Sometimes people think your job is easy when it's actually quite demanding. Like for me, for example, they're like, oh, it's so easy. He goes in, chats for 3 hours and goes home. Sleeps all day, I tell you. Sometimes they think it's glamorous when there's a lot of hard work that goes behind the scenes. So the question of the day today, it relates to you and what you do for a living. What is the biggest misconception about your job? Surshan, I bet you have this all the time, a load of misconceptions about what you do. What are some of them?
I love it when I go out and about on weekends and at functions and when I'm emceeing and so on, and people say, oh, no, you're okay. You just work 2-3 hours a day. It's fine. It's great.
It frustrates me, eh?
What do you do the rest of the day?
Yeah, you have... It
do you
drives me crazy.
sleep?
Yeah. No, what we do is we wake up super late. You arrive 1 minute before the show. You do the show and then you go home and you sleep the rest of the day, right? That's all we do.
Yeah, well, I think, 3 hours a day as a radio presenter. And I think people have that one misconception of our jobs because, listen, you know it, I know it. There's so much planning and prep that goes into broadcasting. And it's just not pressing buttons at the end of the day.
Yeah, I press and hope.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions about it. Also, are you alone at the radio station?
Oh, yeah.
As a presenter, do you walk in and you walk into this building that has nobody else in it?
I think that's why I love doing station tours is to see the clients' faces when they see the operation here at East Coast Radio and how mind-blowing it is.
There's hundreds of people behind the scenes.
It's crazy. It's an incredible operation. On our East Coast Radio Facebook page, Ramona says the retail employees don't have degrees and higher tertiary qualifications. Some of us are in it because we love it. Alce says this is a labor broker following the law and paying what we're supposed to do. P.S. Also being told there is nothing professional about your work environment after being mocked when asked about your private life.
Good afternoon, Danny, you Monday munchkin of musical madness, you. See, I'm trying. Anyway, my name is Valerie. I'm from Pietermaritzburg, and I'm a hairstylist. The most common misconception of our job is that all hairdressers are gossips. So, you want to hear anything, you go to a hairdressing salon, and that's totally wrong. People confide in me, and I work by myself. So what's discussed in my salon stays in my salon. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you so much for that. And that intro was spectacular. I think I'm going to steal that for next week, Monday.
Hey, East Coast. This is Dante from Maritzburg. I think the biggest misconception is ward counsellors. What exactly does our jobs entail? Which doesn't really mean we are call centres, we aren't the plumbers, we aren't electricians. While the perception is that we are expected to be jack of all trades and also to know everything as well as fight for the rights of residents, which is key. But the misconception is expecting us to be available 24/7 and not realising that we have lives and families and we are human at the end of the day.
So I'm sure you're on a group with the ward counsellor and you know what they go through, right? Just cut them a bit of slack.
Good day. My name is Julian. I'm a train driver. The biggest misconception about my job as a train driver is that the train has an autopilot and we just leave it to drive itself.
Hi, ECR. So the biggest misconception around my occupation is that I work for a bank. And as I say to my kids, I don't own the bank, I work for the bank. Because they think that I always have money, like on hand for anything. Always have money. So yeah, that's the biggest misconception, especially with my kids.
Hi, Denny. This is Munasha from Mpageti, and I'm a theatre actor by profession. Well, the biggest misconception about actors, or actors in general, is that people think actors are rich or they make a lot of money. You see people get surprised when they see an actor buying at a local KFC or using a local ATM or whatever, They're like, you also come here? I'm like, what? Yeah, of course, I'm human, So it's one of those.
Do you know, I love that. A whole bunch of different professions talking to us about the misconceptions within their line of work. Come on, whether you're in the car, at the office, drop us a line.
Hi, East Coast Radio. This is Bradley and Sean. We run small-time business from home. It's called KwaZulu-Natal Auto Service. So our misconception as mechanics is that everybody thinks that mechanics are fuel thieves or part thieves. So we always guarantee, even if we got two of the same vehicles in our yard, that we do not swap and change parts from one vehicle to another. We do not steal fuel from customers' vehicles, and we live by integrity. This is Bradley and Sean, Matuba Tuba, KwaZulu-Natal Auto Service.
Hi Danny, it's Celeste from the Bluff. The misconception about my job as a teacher is that we work half day. No, we don't work half day. We work full day. We may end at 3, but we do sport and we do galas and we do a lot more than just teach up until the end of a school day. Thanks for a great show. Bye.
Good afternoon, East Coasters. Yes, it's Mike, everybody's favorite. I'm from Durban and I'm basically a project contract sales for KZN. A lot of people have got the misconception of me basically being a plumber because I work for On Tap, and obviously we specialize in plumbing and bathroom supplies and so forth. Everyone always speaks to me and says, oh, can you come and do this? And no, I'm not a plumber. I can give it a good try, but I'll sell the material. So yeah, that's me, Mike out.
Mike out. Thank you so much for your voice notes. I really do appreciate it. It's been thoroughly entertaining.
Danny Gaselli, East Coast Radio.